those are valuable goals. They're actual goals. They're outcomes. What I want to talk about a little bit today is the vision. The in between the gaps of what's happening, why it's going to reach those goals. Where David Mittler said we're going to get to $1 billion. I agree with him in faith. I think we're going to go beyond that. I believe in the 5-year rule and everything else. But what we're going to talk about here is vision, what it's all about. We're more than just a shopping company. A lot of people look at ShopBest and their first perception is when you talk to them, oh, it's another one of those. It's a shopping company. And sometimes we talk about the toolbar, we look at the little icons and the names and logos at the bottom of our websites and things like that. And the perception is we're a shopping company, but the truth is we're way more than that. It's way more than a shopping company. What our mission is, our vision is to provide, as Tim Wells said, true wealth. It's giving true wealth to people. It's not only to just you and I, but to countless millions of other people worldwide. Not just financial wealth, but God willing, plenty of people are going to become millionaires with this. It's not just a matter of getting people money. That's important. We want that to happen, and we believe it's going to. We're working at it very diligently. That is a performance goal. As you know what I'm saying, when your performance, your wealth comes, so does the money. But the wealth is measured in our book in a little bit different way. We've got an amazing model to do that. Financial stability is an actual measure of wealth. Sure, yet true wealth is this. It's wisdom. It's knowledge. It's the ability to lift yourself up out of your current situation. It's the power to break out of a rut. That's what true wealth is. Someone in this room told me the story, I mentioned it last night, of people that are doing aid and we're constantly giving, we're sacrificing things to people in countries, giving them rice, and food, and handouts, sandwiches. And they did a survey of the people that were in Africa that were receiving these things. And what they said, 80% of those people that came back with a response to the survey said, stop giving us food. Help us. That's what it's about. And that's where true wealth is. And that's what we want to accomplish with ShopBest.com. Our vision is to provide wisdom. Our vision is to provide people with plenty of hope. It's worth more than that. It's true wealth. It's faith. It's hope. It's love. It's compassion. It's helping your other people to get up. That's what it's all about. We want to create a network of people and work with a group of people like yourself. And we're counting on God to attract the right people to us that want to reach out and help other people. Work for people rather than for money. That's what our goal is, part of our vision of ShopBest and what's making it all happen. Not always in some place, is basically that we're looking for. Our vision is to provide a vehicle for positive improvement in the lives of millions of people living in some of the most distressed places on earth. And you know what? Sometimes that distressed place is not far in our world. Sometimes it's in your world. Sometimes it's in my world. Sometimes it's in our living room as we're going through a bad week and a tough economy with our neighbors being laid off, ourselves wondering how we're going to pay our mortgage. That distress comes in a lot of different ways. Sometimes that's the distress that comes from poisoning ourselves by watching other people live phony lives on TV rather than going out and living our own life in real life, making it real, making it happen, reaching out. There's more to it in many different cases. Distress that involves the sheer poison of that is something else. The other day I called my friend Bill Walsh, who is one of our speakers here. You'll be hearing from Bill tomorrow. He's one of the top motivational and business coaches in the world. He's just absolutely fantastic. And on his, you ever call somebody and they have messages on their phone thing? And Bill says this. Says, think about this, your thought for the day. It's by Mahatma Gandhi. And what he says is, become the change that you want to see in the world. Wow. Become the change that you want to see in the world. What do you want to accomplish? What's the problem, the most nagging thing that you see? Is it the economy? Is it stuff? What's the challenge? Start with you, and then the challenge changes. The problem is solved when you start looking within. Instead of pointing the direction without, we start on the inside, work our way out. People want to change. The truth is, they just want to know how. So ShopBest, besides just delivering pure monetary benefits, our vision is to deliver its education, its personal development, its organization and entrepreneurial skills, and the opportunities to apply them to people all the way around the world, everywhere, not just in our culture, not just across the street where there's distressed people too, but in everywhere, in China, in Asia, in Africa, in Europe, in the Middle East, in so many different places, South America, Oceania, all around the world. We have a vehicle to be able to provide that. It's much more than just shopping. Shopping is the vehicle. It's the toolbar. It's the system that gets out that allows us to do two different things. It allows us to basically communicate with people, and it also allows them to have a motivation to accept that communication channel. Opportunity. I lost my spot because I'm not perfect like Tim says. Yeah, here we go. Our vision is this, and as far as I know, it's very simple. We have one lifetime here. One time here on this planet. So many different companies get up and they start with the principle of, hey, it's all about how big of a house you can get, how big of a car. And those things are really great, they're really nice. But at the end of the day, it's how well you live this life. Who are you going to reach out? Who are you going to help? Who are you going to assist? What are you going to do to become the change that we're all seeking? That's what we're trying to look for our values.